Welcome back to Anything Unfortunately with Tommy Walter, where we talk music, movies, wrestling, horror, sports, records, and anything else that pops into my head. Today we're tackling one of the most influential, strange, beautiful, and occasionally miserable bands of all time, The Cure. We're ranking all 14 of their studio albums from my least favorite to my favorite. And before anyone gets upset, this is just my list. You don't have to agree. In fact, if you do agree with everything I say, I'm probably doing something wrong. So let's get into it. 14 albums. And yes, there will be controversy. At number 14, The Cure's first album, Three Imaginary Boys. Coming in at number 14, and this is probably the easiest album for me to rank at the bottom. That's not because I think it's bad. It's absolutely not bad. But compared to what The Cure would become, this feels like a band still figuring itself out. You've got songs like 10:15 Saturday Night and Fire in Cairo, and you can hear with the seeds of what would become Pornography, Disintegration, and Head on the Door. It's raw, stripped down, historically important. It doesn't have the atmosphere of emotion for me. So 14, Three Imaginary Boys. Number 13, 413 Dream. This is one of those Cure albums that I respect more than I love. There are good songs here, and Robert Smith still sounds like Robert Smith, which is always a plus. But compared to their classic run, it just doesn't hit as hard. It feels like a late-era Cure record revisiting ideas they've already done better somewhere else. It's not bad, it's not a disaster. It's just up against a stacked catalog. So it lands at number 13. Number 12 is the self-titled album The Cure from 2004. Again, I don't dislike it, but liking something and ranking it above Disintegration are two different things. It has solid material, but it doesn't fully feel like a defining Cure record. It feels like a band with a huge legacy trying to reestablish its place in a modern era. And that's fine, it just doesn't push it higher for me. Number 12. At number 11 is Wild Mood Swings. And the title fits perfectly because this album really does jump all over the place. Dark songs, pop songs, weird experiments, it's all here. But it's also classic Cure. Sometimes it feels like total chaos, and honestly, that's part of the charm. But as a full album, it's inconsistent. And consistency matters in a ranking like this. So it lands at number 11. Number 10, Blood Flowers. Now we're getting into albums I genuinely like a lot. This one is dark, atmospheric, and reflective. It feels like a band looking backward while still trying to move forward. There are some powerful moments here, and it's aged well. But compared to what's coming next, it just doesn't quite reach the same emotional or historical peak. So it lands at number 10. At number 9, 17 Seconds. And I know this is where some people are going to disagree. So feel free, chime in the comments. This is a hugely important album, minimal, atmospheric, and foundational to their sound. And A Forest is one of their signature songs. Still played on every set to this day. But for me personally, I enjoy the albums above it more. I'm not denying its importance, I'm just ranking based on what I return to the most. So it lands at number 9. At number 8, it's Faith. If 17 Seconds is dark, Faith is absolutely suffocating in the best way. It's minimal, bleak, and hypnotic. It's more about mood than traditional songwriting, and it works beautifully. It's a deeply immersive record, which is something that I honestly look for in an album. It just happens to be surrounded by even stronger albums, so it lands at number 8. Number 7, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. This is The Cure at their most versatile. Dark, poppy, romantic, chaotic, it's all here. You've got Just Like Heaven, Why Can't I Be You, Catch, and so much more. It's massive, ambitious, and all over the place in the best way. It doesn't quite crack my top 5, but it is essential Cure. So it lands at number 7. At number 6, Songs of a Lost World. What makes this album so impressive is that The Cure didn't even need to make it. They could have toured forever as a legacy act. Instead, they delivered something reflective, heavy, and mature. It deals with time, loss, and mortality in a way that feels very intentional. And it proves they can still create meaningful work this late in their career. So it lands at number 6. Kicking off my top 5, at number 5 is The Top. This album is weird. It feels chaotic, psychedelic, and unpredictable. It's not trying to be anything else in their catalog. It's just its own strange world. And that unpredictability is exactly why I love it. So, number 5, The Top. At number 4, Wish. This is The Cure at stadium level. You've got huge songs like Friday I'm in Love, High, and A Letter to Elise. It balances pop accessibility with emotional depth really well. It feels confident, polished, and important in their catalog, and it just barely misses the top 3. So it lands at number 4, Wish. At number 3, Pornography. This album is intense, dark, claustrophobic, and emotionally heavy. It doesn't try to comfort you. It pulls you in and doesn't let go. Songs like 100 Years and The Hanging Garden create a bleak, unforgettable atmosphere. It's not an easy listen, but it's a powerful one. So at number 3, Pornography. This is really gonna turn some heads. At number 2 is the band's best album, Disintegration. And yes, I know you expected this at number 1, and I get it. It is their best album, but it's not my favorite. This album is an absolute masterpiece. Massive, emotional, atmospheric, and full of iconic songs like my favorite, Pictures of You, Love Song, and Plain Song. It's one of the greatest alternative albums ever made. Just ask Kyle from South Park.
Disintegration is the best album ever!
But for me personally, there's one album I like just a little bit more. So at number 2, Disintegration. And finally, my number 1 Cure album is Head on the Door. This record captures everything I love about this band. It's dark but fun, catchy but strange, emotional but not overwhelming. It balances all sides of the Cure perfectly. Songs like In Between Days, Close to Me, and A Night Like This are incredible. It feels like the band is fully becoming itself. And for me, it's the album I come back to the most. So it is my ultimate number 1 Cure album. So again, here's the full list. 3 Imaginary Boys, 413 Dream, The Cure, Wild Mood Swings, Blood Flowers, 17 Seconds, Faith, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Songs of a Lost World, The Top, Wish, Pornography, Disintegration, and The Head on the Door. And there it is, my Cure ranking. Until I listen to them all again and change my mind. Now I want to hear your list. What did I get wrong? What did I rank too high? And what's your number 1 Cure album? Give me your whole list in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and like videos like this, like and subscribe, comment down below. Come back to Anything Unfortunately with Tommy Walter. We'll keep ranking albums, arguing about music, and questionable decisions. I'm Tommy Walter, and remember, anything can happen here, unfortunately.